We are children of the fall. We live in the ruin of the world that was. It is a hard world, full of radioactive nightmares and strange magic. These are stories of those of us struggling to survive in the badlands that were once Texas. These are Texan tales.
Turnip is one of the many fragile communities that lies along the highways of central Texxon. Just a small farm and a cluster of RV husks that serve as the settlement's buildings. It has water, power. It has been producing the largest turnips anyone's ever seen, enough to trade. There are a small handful of unlikely heroes that have been protecting them from the seemingly endless threats that have kept Turnip teetering on the brink of disaster. Among these are Brother Jeb.
Brother Jeb was a low-down scoundrel who found that dressing like a monk helped him get along while drifting from settlement to settlement. He found that he liked how people treated him, and that what had started as a con became an unexpectedly rewarding lifestyle. The people of Turnip have accepted him as their spiritual leader, and though it is in some ways hilarious, he's never been happier.
Also, Early.
Early's always had a talent for growing things, even in places where nothing else grows. He started more farms than he cares to recount, and all have fallen to raiders. He decided Turnip would be different. Tends the fields and coaxes his life out of the desolate soil, but he bought himself a sweet SMG and has been training with it. No one will fuck with his crops ever again.
And lastly, What's It?
What's It was abandoned as a newborn in a steam tunnel and was adopted by the dwarves that lived there. His rubbery gray skin and the tentacles that sprouted from his back marked him as a mutant. The dwarves didn't know what to make of him, but taught him to love, respect, and tend machines. When he left the underground, he found that his skills were in demand and made him welcome, even in places his strangeness and mutation did not. Turnip is home now, and her people have been trying to give Was It a proper name.
All right, the three of you have been gathered by Constable Haggis in the Beep's Stravaganza Beeper store that serves as Turnip's town hall. There was a period where beepers kind of came back, despite the fact they were seriously low-tech. And this abandoned store is now the town hall. So it's the three of you and Haggis. Haggis is a big fellow with a impressive beard. And he mostly handles small problems, disagreements in town, that kind of thing. Hello. Thanks for coming so quick. We got an issue, and I'm hoping that you lads can help me with it.
What's up?
Going on?
Well, as you know, we have a radio that picks up transmissions from local settlements that warn us about threats like raiders. Narratively speaking, radio's been unpredictable since the fall. Turnip has patched into an old cell phone tower, repurposing the antenna to pick up and relay signals. Yeah, recently the feed just failed. It's just static. We have the usual, boys working the tower, working the radio room here, and nothing's coming over. So I need someone, and by someone I mean you, to head up to the antenna and make some repairs.
Well, Was It? That seems right up your alley.
Yeah, I should be able to do something with it.
He takes out a box, and it's an old Steen banker's box, and in it is actually a roll of aluminum foil, like you'd use to put around an antenna to get a better reception from your aerial, and a couple of coils of wire. I don't really know what we're picking for, but this seemed like stuff you could use.
Thanks!
Seems about right.
So, you know the way. Was It has made repairs before. The safest, fastest path takes you through a parking lot that's sometimes a feeding ground for hordes of withers. One of you has the creature catalog feat. Who is that? Is that Early?
That'd be Early.
Okay. Your hand is outside the visible window. You have to, hands up like... Withers, and this is some of the players know this, and some of the audience might as well. But for those who do not, Withers is what happened to a lot of people when the peculiar alchemy of the nukes and the bioweapons hit. They're more ghoul than zombie, and they got to the point where they feed on. They think they're feeding on white blood cells, so they're not really entirely doing the traditional thing. And it does maintain them, and they do. And I know this is a part of the way some zombies work, is they do torpor when they're starving, which means some of them have been around for decades. It tends to jellify their brains, so very few are the Withers that can form thoughts. They are just attracted to things that move and have life, that they think they can rip open the skin and chow down on what lies within. So, that area, sometimes they also kind of tend to operate in packs, like they group up. Sometimes going that way is super fast. It's the fastest route. You go through a parking lot, no problem. Sometimes, though, it's full of those bastards. So, as you gear up, early, what's your main weapon of choice? What are you kitted out with as you head out here?
Well, I'm going to be carrying my trusty new SMG.
Let's see. I think your sound is stomping a little bit. If you can turn your mic down slightly, I think that'd be good. Otherwise, I'll try to do it on the OBS. Jeb, you're a double pistol rig, right?
That's correct.
Cool. And these are not the junky pistols. These are proper relics. Like, they've got the rifling in the barrels and all the 9 yards. And what's it? You got a rifle and a wrench, right?
Yep, that's right. I couldn't find my pipe wrench.
Hey, you're officially cosplaying.
Yeah. I'm wearing a jumpsuit as well.
Nice.
Dang.
Nice.
There we
In
go.
terms of armor, early, I don't think your armor is visible because it'd be under what you're wearing. Also, Jeb, you've got intentionally something that's concealable, which is your plate vest. And just a reminder to Dave, the way plate vests work is those 10 points of armor it gives you, they're ablative. So the first 10 damage goes to the plate, which eventually destroys the plate. You can then swap in a new plate. Repairing a plate is in your workshop, takes time. It's not an easy field kind of a thing. And what's it? You've got like you got a fire suit or something like that, right?
Turnout coat.
Yeah, turnout coat, I understand, is the terminology for like the fireman gear. So you've got like workman gear, but it's actually partially fireproof, which is pretty awesome. Okay. All right, so the three of you gear up, get your stuff together, and you'll probably leave early the next day, yeah?
Yep.
Good night's sleep.
Right, bright and early.
All right, it is autumn. Comfortably cool. There's a bluish haze and the air smells like burnt broccoli, but overall it's a beautiful day. And you get used to things like it smells like burnt broccoli. It's just how it is. You head out, and you're going to end up going to that parking first. About 3 hours later, you near the automotive graveyard you're expecting. So my first kind of game mechanic related question is, do you want to send a scout with stealth to go take a sneaky peeky to see if it is occupado or non-occupado?
Does anybody have stealth?
I mean, I'm pretty small. I could probably scamper in there.
I have stealth. Not super impressive, but I have it.
You're totally fine comparing your modifiers?
My modifiers are 2.
I got a 3.
Okay. I think you should go.
Okay. But yeah, and you also run pretty fast. So early you're going to raccoon it up?
I'll scamper on in, see what I can see.
And we also gave you hardcore parkour, right?
I do.
That means
Yep.
if you have to run, even the cars don't slow you down. You just
sliding across the hood.
Right, you just raccoon your way through. You also have zoomies, so in battle, if you don't move, it's a problem. So you have to be running around while you fight. Okay, so off goes early. First mechanic of the first roll of this particular live play campaign. Let's have a stealth against a 10, please.
It's a 10. My stealth is a 3. And that is, since I need a 7, it's a partial success. Partial success.
If you got one score, you get a partial.
One score.
All right. You make your way in. So the way range works in NUkED is you are close, near, far, or distant. Your companions are going to be far, because the near is described as whatever your current battlefield is. Close is being right up close with something. So, again, by definition, you have separated yourself enough to be stealthy, which puts you at the edge of the battlefield, which is far. So, again, the camera, probably a drone, we do a little bit of a drone shot going back, and we see your two companions watching you, and you sneak in. You think you're doing a pretty good job of it. It seems clear, at least for a moment, and the lot is for a store named just the word goods. You happen to know because you talked to an old fellow about this. Goods was there was a period where one of the corporations that ran Texxon, because Texxon was during the corporate states after America collapsed. It was an underwritten store, effectively the company store, but the company was the U.S. effectively. It undercut the competition until 3 smaller corporations teamed up and attacked their main distribution center. So it's kind of like a government-run Walmart. So it just says goods, and it's the label on the packages is like the Repo Man. Everything is just the word of what it is. So it's very cold, very awful. People love that it died. But yeah, there is. So far, it's just this vast expanse of cars. It's hundreds of cars. You're going to stay for a while. You want to see if there's movement. You want to go further in. Fireball, what do you want to do?
Around a little bit, check up, look up high, because there's the tower somewhere, right?
Yeah, in fact, what they use is what they're currently using, I think, at Walmart's, which is they have those portable things that have the extendable boom and then the solar battery that do the night to when they have an area where they're having night crime problems and the lights they paid for aren't enough, they roll in 2 of those damn things. And they're like, give them a little more light, they might have a chance. So yeah, there's a couple of those, and they would at least get you 12 feet off the ground.
All right, I'll go and scamper up one of those and look around.
For those who don't know, Early is a raccoon beastie. A beastie is a mutant who is either a human that has become more like a beast or a beast that's become more like a human. And this one is a raccoon beastie. And as part of being a raccoon beastie, you have the climb. Is it called climber?
Yeah.
Get it, climb.
Climber, yeah.
So you can do it just as a simple action. You don't even roll. You just, boop, 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 boop. Up you go. That becomes we've seen this in Walking Dead countless times. It becomes the oh no as your point of view changes, and from the angle, you see the maybe 50 withers that are in this parking lot.
Hopefully they do not see me. I want to scamper back down and head back the way I came from.
Make a notice against a 9 to see if you notice if they noticed you.
Okay. My notice is a 4, so I need a 5s.
Perfect.
There's 3 scores.
So that's going to be an exceptional success. With that, I will give you that the reason you didn't see them at first is they're not moving, which means they are probably torpid. So that means you could potentially try to sneak between them because they're kind of like they're asleep. But if they wake up, you're not beating 50 of them.
50.
One more stealth against a 9.
All right.
To get free of the lot.
Myself those 3, so I need 6s. There's 1 score.
Partial. Okay. I'm going to give myself a chance here. And 117. They rolled dog shit.
They are so sleepy.
You get back to your you get back to your companions. Do you have I just saw 50 opponents face?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the raccoon has like moon eyes.
There's a whole mess of the what are they called?
Withers.
The withers up there. I think they're sleeping right now, but there's a lot of them.
Oh, hell no.
Like 40, 50.
I didn't get to be this old by walking through a garden of withers. The hell? Let's find us an alternative path, lads. What do you say?
I think that's a good idea.
So Wasn't knows that the you've done a reroute before. You would go through an industrial park. The reason you avoid it is a little longer, and sometimes it's a problem because there are security bots, scavengers, and sometimes raiders. But like here, sometimes there's nothing. But because it's longer, you usually just cut through the parking lot. But not today.
It's okay. We'll make it work.
All right, you're going to head for the industrial park. So now what we're going to do, and this is, I don't think this is even in the official Nuke rules, but I use karma rolls, which is when your abilities don't influence the roll. It's just sheerly fate. I have people roll a d12. High is always good for the party. Low is usually funny. So let's start with Jimmy, because this is not early rolling, it's the player. The raccoon's not aware that he's in the game. So just drop 1d12 for me.
Nice middle of the road 5.
Fine. That means I'm not going to check again to see if they smell you, and you clear the area before they can go, food. So you pull out, you pull out in time. That's a good sentence. And you head around the direction of, now who's got a decent landlord skill? Anybody?
No. I've got cartography, but I don't have any landlore.
Yeah, no, mine's a 1.
I've got a 4, so it's probably me.
4 is actually pretty good. Okay, so go ahead. That's going to be against only an 8.
All right.
You know the way this is not a very hard roll, but a roll should be made.
That is 3 scores.
Nice. And no 12s?
No 12s.
Okay, so that's exceptional, but not critical. That means you're able to get around clear. You're able to pass, get away from the parking lot of doom. You put goods behind you. At this point,
There was nothing good about that.
No, sir.
someone needs to make an awareness check. It's up to you who does.
I have a 2 in awareness.
I got 3.
I got a 4.
All right.
Billy, you're our boy.
Against a 10.
When you're small, you got to keep an eye out for everything because everything's bigger than you are.
I just recently rewatched Raising Arizona. It's a hard world for little things.
What was the difficulty on that one, Alex?
10.
10?
Yep.
Isaiah partial. I got a 1 score.
So the difference between awareness and notice is awareness is more like a danger sense. Awareness is I'm about to be surprised, I'm about to, there's a problem in the area, something like that. Partial gives you reason to make now a notice check against a 9. Something seems off in your turn.
All right. Need 5s for that. That is 2 scores.
Okay, so that's a success. You hear from one of the houses up ahead, and you're going through some overgrown, it's a ruined, on the way to the industrial park. This is where the people that worked in that park lived, right? So this would be, Cheshire Estates or something like that. But most of it's collapsed. From one of those houses, though, you hear, "Dinner is ready."
Do we smell any dinner? Or is it us?
You're not very... You could get closer to the house and take a good raccoony sniff, but it's like over there.
Y'all hear that?
Hear what?
Dinner is ready.
Oh, that.
I'll use my sniper scope to take a look closer to the house instead of just sending it early.
For sure. Give me a notice against an 11.
Okay. So that's 11 minus 3, which is 8. Partial.
The front door is open, but you don't see anyone there. You don't see movement. Dinner is ready.
Part of me's like, let's.
I'm not hungry. Are you guys hungry?
I'm good. I'm good for now.
Right. Let's scoot over a block and let them enjoy their Sunday repast, shall we?
Who's got creature catalog?
Early's got that one.
Give me a beast mastery against an 11.
All right, that's 8. Okay, that is 2 scores, and they were 12s.
Okay, so the 12s only matter if you have 3 scores, but it is a success. That means you know that there is a kind of mutant creature in the area that is known as a maybe. Maybes are hyenas with hands instead of paws and baby faces with fanged mouths. They can mimic humans. So the maybe is a take on baby. And they lure people into ambushes.
You know, that sounds like it might be one of them maybes.
At this point,
Creepy
the camera
faces.
sees what's it looking through the scope and sees a baby face peek around a corner, and it's got huge fangs and fur behind it, but it's got almost that like tiny Japanese mask, like the horrible Brazil heads, but like
Where are we from this thing?
it would be far, not distant, because you're not in the battlefield with it, so it's right beyond it, so it's far. I think it's ideal rifle range, actually.
Yeah.
Any range is ideal rifle range for that.
I know the best move here is to move on, but I think it is startled and just fires.
Well, you see it and you squeeze.
Yeah, ah!
Yeah, fair. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to fault you for that.
Yeah.
Its defense is normally 10, but I think because of how it happens, let's give you a little bit of advantage there, so we're going to drop it to a 9.
Okay.
So all you got to do is look under far on your weapons summary.
Just 3, and just subtract that.
Yep.
Okay, so 6s are better?
Yep.
I got 2
So
scores.
that's a success. So you do normal damage. Roll your damage. Now I'm going to tell you the armor. These things have no armor at all against firearms, so you're not subtracting anything.
I got... Oh, jeez. I did really well. 17... 23.
That kills it outright. You literally see that horrible, deformed baby, whatever it is, and you blow the head up. You get the 1980s, the bad cast of the head that gets the explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's the... And then immediately the ones behind it in the room advance. So
Okay.
I'm going to need initiative tests. Initiative is a... yes! Chopping ball. Nice. That's a D10 plus your speed, which is on the lower left of your sheet in the weapons summary. So, what is Early's initiative?
16.
Nice. And Jeb, what you got?
13.
And what's it?
I'm just adding my roll to my speed.
You're rolling that D10, you're adding a speed to it, yeah.
So 10.
Okay. So the first one to act now, because now we're, the way this works, the first round is narratively based, but because it was a range like this, we're just going to make it that one rifle shot as a round one. Round two happens in initiative order, high to low. Monsters and NPCs have a fixed initiative value. 16 is higher than their fixed initiative value. So, what you going to do, Early?
I'm going to go ahead and try to keep them where they're at because they're like coming out of that
They are.
building they were in, right?
Yep. They're hyenas padding around on hands instead of paws. And then they've got that horrible fang face hair arrangement.
I'm going to use the covering fire action and try to get them kind of locked down while once it reloads.
Make sure they don't attack what's it. Okay. Yeah, covering fire literally it does what it says, so it's going to be harder to attack what's it because of that. And is that the thing where if I attack, you're allowed to attack me?
Yeah, if they move, I can immediately attack them with the weapon I'm using to cover. If they try to shoot, they reduce their result by 1 score.
Right. All right. So, and then we go to Jeb.
Jeb,
Look, those are awful.
let's do away with the awful things.
Yeah.
Draw pistols, dual shot at the first two coming out of the doorway.
So options here, you could do it now at far, or you could wait. You could hold your action and see if they advance on you, and if they do, shoot them at near. I think pistols are better at near. Is that true?
Pistols are better at near.
You could pull them and kind of wait for the blue of their eyes.
I think I'll go ahead and take one shot,
Okay.
and not burn the dual shot until they get closer.
But you want to respond like what's it did and make sure you're just firing.
Definitely keen on ending the nasty. Yes.
Totally down. This is going to be a defensive 10. So look under far, which is the third on your summary for the weapon. Subtract that number from 10, and that's going to be the target number for your 3 dice.
6s is what I'm looking for.
Sweet.
And partial success.
Okay, so that means you can do the damage and you're going to have it. So I have no armor against firearms. They've got fur, but it's like it's skinned with like patchy hyena. It's not thick enough to do anything to a bullet. So 0 armor. Just roll your damage straight and then divide by 2.
Ooh, but a 14 divided by 2 is a 7.
Sweet. Okay. So I use green, yellow, red. And that's green, they have most of their hits, or whatever that is. And then that yellow, they have about half. They look wounded. Red means another attack, another good hit, they're going to go down. Almost yellow there, despite the partial, because it was a good hit. Sadly, they're going to go before Uncle What's-It. However, we do have not a held action, we have the covering fire. They are not fully cognizant of the authority of the pointed gun like that. So you can immediately attack.
All right.
And I've
they're a 10 where they're at?
Defensive 10. And you can choose to attack them now at far, and they're going to cross to near. So it's up to you whether you want to wait till they cross that range category.
We'll have to wait till like next round to get them on near, or can I get them as they get to near?
Yeah.
Okay.
On this round, as they cross over on this round.
I'll wait till they get near because I'm one better on near with my SMG.
That happens now. Oh, that's right. You're the raccoon that's had enough, and you're.
They look like somebody that killed my farm. Nuke 'em!
Yeah, he's actually also got the hated enemy raiders.
Yeah. These aren't raiders though, but I didn't like this. I don't like these at all. So that is going to be a critical success because it's 3 scores and one's a 12.
Okay.
Nice.
So that means, were you going to attack the wounded one or an unwounded one?
Unwounded one.
Okay, so it's, wow. Please describe what happens to that one.
Alright, so I'm spraying fire across the field, and they come running forward, and I track on the front one, and just keep firing. So it's like, like hits right up the chest, ending up like one right in the snout, or nose, I guess, of the baby face.
Yeah.
A weird cursed Furby thing.
Yeah, well, it's exactly, because they've got the lupine head shape, except the front it's a human face. It's awful. That one is super dead. And now they complete the move, and there are now only 3 of them left, which means they are going to 1 each. Lucky you! Early, what's your defense, sir?
My defense is an 11.
Okay, so that's going to be... it's going to be a partial for me. And they are literally gnawing on you with those fanged baby mouths. It's kind of like the toys in Barbarella that had those icky little... Yeah. So what's your armor against S? It's the second number.
1.
Okay, you're going to take 3 hits and 1 wound. And then...
Can I roll with it to take half of that?
I wouldn't, because it's so low.
Okay.
You can, but I'd save it for something that's not like almost the minimum possible damage, yeah?
Got it. Okay.
Jeb, and you had a defensive 10, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's going to be 10 minutes. I'm going to hit you 2 scores as a proper hit, and you've got what against S? 1.
1.
Okay, that's going to 5 hits, 1 wound.
Okay.
And something that's 1 wound is like barely cut skin. It's not very serious.
Sure.
What's it? Your defense?
8.
All right. I got a 12, but I didn't get exceptional, so no crit, thank God. And what's your slashing defense for the turnout code?
1.
Okay, so it's going to be 4 hits and 1 wound. Then what's it? You're up.
They're right on me now, right?
They are. It's it's gnawing on your leg.
Okay, I will. Let's see.
Yeah, these things, like many of the mutated creatures, they don't mutate through a process of selective evolution. They're not selected for anything. So when they run, the forelegs and the having palms, like they run awkwardly and not particularly quickly, and then that whole weird mouth, they're not really properly built. It's almost like a improperly assembled toy.
Strong argument against intelligent design. Got it.
Yeah. It's like the 9-year-old puts their action figure together wrong. Like, this will pop onto this. Like, that's a Mego and that's a Transformer. You shouldn't do that.
I'll grapple. So I have that as a feat.
So I didn't make notes on this, but I pictured the grapple being with your shoulder boners.
Yeah, I agree with the tentacles. Yep.
Shoulder boners?
Component.
Yeah.
Grab the one focus. I'll automatically inflict a number of hits equal to my strength. My strength is a 3.
All right. And he is now, these are lesser opponents. So he is now being grappled by the shoulder tentacles of what's it? That sounds like some sort of very pretentious mid-60s sci-fi novel. Grappled by the shoulder tentacles. All right, we then go back around on the previously rolled initiatives. So, Early, you're up.
All right, well, the one that's chewing on my leg needs to get the hell off my leg.
Are you going to use your zoomies and do some midfield maneuvering?
I will kind of roll backwards from it, kind of kick roll off its face.
Sure.
and come up out of the roll and a kneel and like SMG right at that face of that little creepy little thing.
Okay, so what's its dancing partner is going to get some lead probably. Defense is 10 for these.
All right. At close. Am I close now?
Only if you're fighting yours, but you killed yours, right?
Well, I killed one that was coming in, but then one got on me.
No, you have your own. So if you have your own, you were close. Yeah. So if you do leave engagement, you will take you give the usual like I get a hit on you. You can satisfy the zoomies by staying in contact with him and kind of running around him.
All right, well, I'll try to like jump up over him, hop on his back, and land behind him.
So you're fighting like Yoda.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Defense 10.
All right. Close is a 3, so I need 7s. There's 2 scores, so success.
Okay, so success means straight damage. And nothing against bullets.
3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 8, 14.
Oh, nice. It goes red. It is a bloody mess. All right.
Get off my leg!
Dinner is ready. Dinner is ready. So, Jeb, you gonna fire at yours, or are you gonna reach across the aisle and finish off Early's? What do you want to do?
Well, I figure. And was it still wrestling with his, right?
He is.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that the baby-faced horror is like chewing on my arm. Yeah. And so I'm just gonna push the arm away. I'm gonna take a sure shot on Watsits.
Okay. Oh yeah, sure shot. It just hits.
Yep.
Okay, do your damage. Skills.
18.
It had 15 hits left, so it is way dead. All right. So I'm a big fan of you use the rules when the outcome of actions are uncertain. There are now only 2 of them left, and one of them is down to 4 hits. So the battle is now at the point where the camera pulls back, and we hear noises and we see the flashes of gunshots, and the battle is won. There's no need to continue to dice this out. For anyone listening that doesn't know the system, a short, and literally a D&D, a short rest has a meaning, but here 10 minutes gives you all your hits back. The lesser forms of injury go away very quickly. The hits take longer, but nobody took more than 1, right?
I took 1 wound.
So that's
1 wound.
The wounds are just basically scratched. Like it gnawed on you, and you're like, God damn it left a mark.
Yeah.
But nobody's screwed and fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So a little needle and thread won't fix.
This is a very D&D question, but do you search the house that they were in?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so better scavenge. All the scavenging is good.
I'm going to need, and there is... I always forget that. Hang on one sec. Is there still a scavenging skill?
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
There's search and scavenge.
So this is a scavenge check. It is a situation where you can help each other. You can only help when both of you have the training, which is the skill ranks. So you both have to have scantrons. Do you have 2 characters that can scavenge?
I can scavenge.
Maybe.
It's just me.
So just you. Okay, you're going to roll against a 9.
Okay, so I have a 3, so I'm trying to get 6s.
Point of order. Brother Jeb says, be quick about it, and gets up on top of a car with reloads his guns and has his head on a swivel.
Perfect. And you're certainly listening for a weird, oh, I hurt my leg. I hurt my leg. I've got your groceries.
Sorry, Malix, I think you get to describe what a botch is.
Oh my! So you got no scores and a 1?
Yep.
I'm I think you set off a home alarm that had a slow trickle solar battery. So that despite the fact that it hasn't been properly armed for like a century, you somehow managed to get like, and you also somehow managed to do something that 5 hyenas didn't set it off. You must have done something like you were reaching to search the top of a shelf or something.
Yeah, or like at head height.
So, I think what happens here is Jeb's sphincter tightens. Like you're worried about this anyway, and then you hear the house like.
What the hell?
I found something.
Leave it. Let's get out of here.
Are you just gonna leave, or do you want to try to turn it off, which would be a hack test?
I'll try and turn it off.
Okay, give me a hack against a 10.
That time I got three successes.
Fortunately, the box is near where that trigger, where you tripped it, and you're able to just turn it off. You have definitely made a noise which might have downstream consequences, and you find a humidor worth 120 volts that contains 3 cigars that are in good condition, worth about 20 volts each, and a bottle of liquor worth 50 volts.
Oh, okay.
So the alarm must have been in, like, Dad's office or something, and the alarm was there for obvious reasons.
Right.
Do you, like, throw them in a bag or something?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I am going to... Kobold is paying attention. I am going to give us a 3-4 minute bio break. I usually do one halfway through. This is meant to be a 2-hour stream. This is a little early, but you reached a good breaking point. So we're going to do that real quick break. So we'll be back in 3-4.
Back at 3. Big meat.
nice. It's like Christmas, man.
And we're back. All right, you got a little you got some goodies, and I think that Brother Jeb is very like, we should go
Quickly. Early take point. Get us the out of here.
All right, you arrive at the industrial park. At this point, no rolls necessary. You're able to see from pretty good distance. So this is literally the definition of distant, the NUkED range category. It is over there. There is a team of what appears to be goblin scavengers. So they are searching various buildings. They have a couple of pop-up tents, some big bags of equipment. Some scavengers use shopping carts just to transport stuff. They've got 3 that are tied together. It's like a mini caravan of shopping carts.
Has Turnip had dealings with the goblins in any way?
No. You've heard there's some in the area. You probably even heard that there were scavengers. You have not interacted with them. And NUkED goblins are just another subspecies of human. It's a whole thing. They claim to be evolved humans. Jury's on them whether that's true or not. But they're not inherently... The only ones that are inherently usually anti-human is some of the ones that are very green world first, sometimes are very suspicious of humans. But generally, who knows?
Watch it. Take a look through your scope. Are they armed?
I'll take a peek.
You look directly at one of the goblins using a pair of binoculars, looking right back at you. And they have, they've got rippers. They've got like janky, hacked together pistols, a couple of car spring heavy crossbows. Like they're armed, but mostly in a raiders make the decision to fight us way, not in a serious combat kind of way.
Right.
Yeah, these are definitely scavengers by trade, not like raiders or anything.
And they speak Kudge, right?
Usually. Kudge is another weirdly political thing. The goblins have said, this is our world now, green world first, huzzah. They decided we need a language, which they largely based on Esperanto. It's a combination of Esperanto, Chinese, and Spanish. And if you read my book, Hello World, I actually have characters do some exchanges in NUkED, and I had to research Esperanto to be able to write that. It's such a dorky language, but okay. Shatner speaks it apparently.
Sure.
So what do you do? They've noticed you. You've noticed each other. They've not reacted with distress or anything.
I'll put down the gun because I was like aiming a gun at them, and I'll like put that down and just like kind of give them like one of these.
So visually, it'll be obvious. Hand away from that. Emphasis on like I was using the scope.
Right.
Okay. All right.
How do they respond to that?
One of them is heading over. He is wearing the pick of the litter. Like your guess is he's probably boss scavenger. So like early D&D groups, he got first choice of magic items. So he's got like a junk mail coat, not a junk mail coat, a pigskin, which is like a cop leather jacket, which is actually good armor. So your guess that he's the boss is based mostly on, he has the choice stuff. And he's walking over. The others are at work. They apparently are working in or around one of the buildings towards the back.
Great, let's go chat.
He walks up. Afternoon.
Tell him, afternoon in Kudge.
That's interesting to see a Snowtop Pink Boy speaking God's language.
Well, it pays to go the greenskin groundwalker tongue as you're walking about.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I also respect, man. I mean, namaste and crap. All right.
We're just passing through. Do you hear anything about the signal tower up yonder?
Signal tower. I mean, there's a big hill back there. I think we didn't go by there this past, but last time we came by, there's some old cell towers up there, right?
Yep.
It ends up looking like top of the hill looks like Bart Simpson's hair, that kind of shit.
Right. Right.
Oh, that merch is eternal. He opens the jacket. He's got a Cowabunga Man t-shirt. I mean, they did go 38 seasons.
Fair. They're part of the zeitgeist even during the apocalypse.
So, if you're heading up there, why are you heading for the antenna cluster?
We need to do some repairs.
I was hoping you'd say that, because of this. And of course, Breen knows why Shatner speaks Esperanto. These are my people. So we're pretty far into one of these buildings. We've, as usual, the front office, all the kind of Dwight Schrute crap from the front gets pulled and was pulled decades ago. And then usually there's more secure stuff in the back. And if you're lucky, there's a secure area or a basement or something. And that stuff, there might actually be stuff worth scavenge there because not everybody can get into those areas. We've hit what we think is a basement that's shipping and receiving, because we see, there's the part where there's ramps going up to big doors, and then from the inside it looks like it'll meet up. So that means that could have undelivered product, valuable stuff worth having. But my tech, Lil P says he's a tech. He talks an awful lot of shit. And the first time we face him with something that you really need hacking skills and a proper data pad to get through, he starts making excuses like he's weaving a tapestry of bullshit. So if whoever you're taking to do those repairs is a right proper tech, I got trade, I got volts, and I got share or whatever's in there. If you're willing to get us through a door,
I can give it a shot.
he looks over, and you can see, probably because he's a goblin, and he gets a fair amount of shit from some humans, there's a moment where you can see he's reacting to the fact that you have two slender peni coming from your back. And it goes past his face to react, but then he immediately cuts that shit. He doesn't say anything, and he immediately, he strangles that thought to death. But it was there for a moment.
Yeah.
All right. And you got tools?
Oh, yeah, I got a data pad.
Nice. I mean, Lil P does, but as far as I know, because I don't know anything about that shit, I'm mostly this, and he pulls out a machete. So I give orders, and I do this.
Sure.
Lil P's data pad might be a speak and spell, for all I know.
I'll take a look.
All right.
Really looks behind him and says, "We got time."
So
I mean, there's really a deadline on this.
the camera on the PCs wouldn't see this, but I think narratively, I think Kobold in chat was absolutely right. I think we would see that the Withers heard the sound, woke up, but are moving at Walking Dead shuffle speed, and are not very graceful. So unlike Early, who has hardcore parkour and can just flow over obstacles, They are the opposite. So just getting out of the parking lot is going to take a while and look like it's physical comedy.
You know, I think you've actually done us a service because that sound is going to draw all the withers over to that hyena shack and leave the parking lot wide open for our return trip.
Oh, fuck me. Did you find those? We heard one that was saying, Daddy, help me.
Well, he's singing to the angels at this point, so
Good.
fret not about him.
Ugh, they creep me out. You know, there's a lot of nasty shit out here, but there's something about
Those faces, right?
yeah, it's not. Anyway, I don't mean this to sound at all reductive, but I got some biscuits that I got for a buddy of mine who is a hound beastie, and he really likes them. So, do raccoons eat tough biscuits, or am I being like racist?
I mean, good, but I prefer turnips.
I hear there's a place around here that has turnips the size of small children.
Yes, they do. My
Yeah.
prize crop, they are.
Oh, are you the green thumb guy?
That's me.
Oh, sweetness. Well, if you give us coordinates, we actually salvaged a map pad a little while back. We'll head over there and trade for some turnip. I mean, one of those damn things, we can snack on that for 3-4 days.
Would you like some turnip jerky? It's really quite good.
Wow. Okay. One should always try new things. So they escort you in through the building, and you see they've made a very methodical salvage attempt. And they do take you to the back, and there is, there was the obvious, like, there's a computer room back there, there's a meeting room, stuff that would have been casually locked up. And then towards the back of that is a security door. And that's in the frame with a reinforced frame. And there is a scanner hand panel, probably a thumb pick kind of thing. And there is a younger goblin. And he does have a data pad. And he's got cables and clips and stuff. But he has no idea what he's doing. And the clips are not attached properly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's hammering away at whatever app he's using. Hey, P. I'll hack this Gibson right quick. I'll get you in, and we'll score the treasure. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to fuck off. Oh, yeah. This here is. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't get your name, new friend.
So was it?
Is that okay? This is was it? I mean, I would have thought maybe Gordon or something, but sure.
They're trying to find me a name at Turnip, but none's stuck yet.
If you're cool with it, I just don't want to feel like I'm insulting you accidentally.
Yeah, you can call me whatever, but was it's the thing I'll answer to.
That just sounds judgy. All right, fine. Little P pouts and winds up his cables, puts his speak and spell away.
Yeah.
So you're gonna need to do a hack against an 11.
Okay.
You can take time, so you can roll 4 dice and use the best 3.
Okay.
You're under no time pressure, so you can take your time roll.
Okay. So 11. 7. 7s are better. I got 2 scores.
So that's success. You go at it for 2-3 minutes, and then there's a boop and a green light, and you hear the lock go, and the door pops. 2 or 3 of the goblins that are watching, wah, yeah!
Jeb puts his hands on his pistols. Doesn't draw, just puts his hands on his pistols.
The leader looks over at you and nods. Oh, by the way, that was very rude of me. I have a proper name. Mike's looking it up. Hang a second. What is my proper name?
Sure you do.
Oh, it's because it's Chumbo. Yeah, I'm Chumbo.
Chumbo.
Didn't pick that. Mom named me Chumbo. I do hold it against her. but Shumbo I am. But yeah, you're right.
I'm Jeb. This is Early.
Jeb, early. Yeah, there's been a few security bots and a few security drones in this park. We've broken them, but since this is a fresh seal, there might be something in there, absolutely. All right. I'll go first. You got me covered, Jeb?
You're covered.
He pulls his machete, crouches, and heads in. It's pretty obvious that he knows how to use the thing. He's skilled at that, and he heads in.
He does that little casual wrist flip, spin, off we go.
With a machete, yeah.
Yeah.
You head inside, and in fact does go down, opens up, and there's a big room that would be the shipping, receiving, processing room. So this is the kind of place where you could have a row of trucks. This one looks like it can take about 4 of them. And you would be able to, Jimmy and I are very familiar with this setup. However, there are no trucks here. There is nothing waiting to be shipped. Except there is one large box on one pallet in the middle of the area. And the way it's sitting, it looks like it was intentionally put alone in the storage space, ready to be shipped.
Well, it's not the mother load, but it might be something.
Huh. Well, I gotta say, little disappointed.
That's an understatement. Well, let's check it out. See what it is.
Well, we both have skin in the game here, so I'm gonna take one of my boys here and walk up with you gents, and you head up to the thing, and it's, it mostly fills the pallet. So if you've ever done any shipping and receiving, you know how big that is. It's roughly 6 by 6 by 8. It's a big ass box, and it's a crate.
It's a lot of Twinkies.
Yeah, and there's a label smacked on it, and it was prepped for shipping right before the fall, so that sticker is yellowed. It was when you read it, it looks like it was headed to the Toho Max office in Osaka.
Toho Max.
You don't know many Japanese companies.
Okay.
Sounds Japanese.
Could be Taki. Could be computers.
It is a lot of, yeah. The goblins produce a variety of crowbars. Yeah, you want this box off, boss? He turns to you.
Gently.
Yeah, you heard the man. Gently. Keep watching the corners here. There might be bots. And
Scan up high, too.
about 10 minutes, they pry the crate off, and it contains smaller boxes. And these are more like road cases for gear or instruments, things like that. Like they're the hardcore vibration-proof kind of stuff. And they were all lined up and neatly nested within that big crate. Well, this all looks to my scavenger's eye like they belong together. Like, this doesn't look like a bunch of one thing, nor does it look like a bunch of different things. I think this is one shipment.
Fair.
Like pieces you put together.
Maybe.
Give it the once over, watch it, see what it is.
Jeb and I'll watch you. I got my knife and Jeb's got those pistols.
All right. Yeah, I'll pop one open.
Okay. It contains the big magnetic reel-to-reel computer tapes, and it's a rack of them. So there's about 24 of them. This is a tremendous amount of data.
It's data. I don't know what's on there, though. I need the right kind of equipment to find out what's on this magnetic tape.
Are they all data?
What do you?
I mean, it's data of some sort.
Yeah, when you check the labels on them, because you can't read them without literally a reader, and he's got a data pad, but that's for reading data sticks and things like that. A tape, you need like the big, 60s style. You put that shit in there and read down the tape. The labels all say Ryoichi, and they're all dated and they're in a sequence. So they seem to all be part of that same set, which is labeled Ryoichi.
Kind of a curiosity, really.
And it doesn't look all that valuable to me, I guess.
Well,
mean,
don't underestimate the value of data in a
yeah,
world where there is none.
You're right, but that's not normally what scavengers trade in. I mean, there's a couple of groups that trade in that. I would normally be looking at the value of the tape isn't much to me, for example, because we moved past that to data sticks and stuff like that. It's kind of old tech. But my limited understanding, and maybe you know more about this, is they still use this when they needed much higher capacity than those data sticks would give you. Because the data sticks are like the little thumb drives things that they used to use. But these are like, if you wanted an ocean of data, and then having an array like this, I have no idea why you would want. And it also, the way these are labeled, they don't look like they're backups. Because I'd start to think maybe incremental backups. But they're of a set. Like this is 1 of 24. So this is one set of data.
Pack a reader in there with it?
Well, we got a bunch more boxes to open.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
The second box contains surgical equipment. Does anyone have medicine proficiency?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. To those of you who've got any training in that, so if you've got ranks to the left, if you've got Scantron dots, I know no one's got. Being a surgeon takes feats. It's nothing. That's a very rare thing. But if you had to guess, this looks like what you would need to do neurological surgery.
Damn.
These don't make any sense together.
Complete, like with the little like scalpel kits. Like my understanding is some of them are disposable. You only use them once because it's dangerous to expose them. So it's like a stack of those kits. And that's of more interest to the goblins because that's obviously more universally useful than. But still, this is real. The specificity here is bordering on the kinky.
There's more boxes. Might get kinkier.
Okay. Third box contains a very powerful, efficient, and high-end solar charger. And that is definitely resellable. That's worth hundreds of volts.
Nice.
Not bad.
There's a good score.
Well, that's beautiful. That's worth the trip there. What are we on, the fourth box?
Yep.
Contains kids' drawings and photographs of a little Japanese boy about 6 years old playing with his mom. So, and these are like print out physical photographs. And then stuff that you would save from a school or you'd put on a refrigerator. It's a whole box of that.
Okay.
Some of them are signed, and he is learning how to sign Ryoichi.
Which is the same name as on the data discs.
It is.
Is it a backup?
Ugh. I just got that, like, walking over a grave, shivery hairs on the neck kind of thing. I don't like this kind of crap. Look, how about I cut you this deal? I don't want to be here anymore, and I don't want to know more about whatever this is. What if my boys take the solar charger and we call the rest of this your cut?
There were just 4 cases. Is that it?
Oh, there's like 6 more. There's a lot of stuff here. The charger is maybe 1/8 the volume of that box.
Okay.
Was it? Do you have gear back at Turnip that would allow you to read those discs?
No, but this is something I would hang on to until I could find a piece of equipment that could read it.
In a campaign situation, this is the kind of thing that you'd start getting a relationship with scavengers and say, by the way, we're looking for, an RS-232 interface cable. Like, it's literally the equivalent of finding magic items in a D&D game. Like, you need to find the right materials. It clearly looks and knows what he'd need, but here, unless of course the rest of the boxes contain anything.
What do you think, lads? I'll roll the
it's a fair
dice.
deal, especially if they want to come by and buy some turnips from town.
Oh, we'll cycle back. I mean, I'm all about some turnip. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't care for the jerky, but
it's an acquired taste.
I mean, it's like a potatoey version of biting into an onion. So what do you think? Deal done?
Yeah, it sounds like a good deal.
All right, boys. I think whatever this creepy stuff is, these guys are better suited to deal with it, and we know we can sell this. Let's go make some money and get laid. Yay! And the goblins open. They have enough skill to open the door from this end to go out the truck ramp and just leave.
Okay.
Good to know you. And we now have the location of Turnip, and I'm sure we'll run into you there at some point.
Look forward
Happy trails, Jumbo.
Be careful with this stuff, okay? Just be careful.
All right.
Okay. You open another crate, and it actually contains a reel-to-reel reader.
Oh, awesome.
Make a psi test against a 12.
So those are 9s. Oof. Unless anybody beats a 3 in psi.
No, hell no.
I don't think they can even roll.
I don't know what psi is.
Yeah.
Yes, meep indeed.
Just regular failure.
Okay. The best you're going to get out of that is there's an input. You put the tapes in and it reads them. There's no output. So you think it would read them to store them for some reason. The only output you find is a very specific kind of like ribbon cable, like it's a non-standard jack. So this reads probably that whole set of 24. You think it might actually be able to store them in the equivalent of RAM for use somehow. You don't know.
So I can offload what's on the tapes to this device, but I can't get it out.
Correct. And you think you get it working. Like the interface is simple enough. If you power it up, you could probably sit there. You think it'd take most of a day. And you would have to download the things and
I am very curious about this stuff, but we have a mission. I think I can relock the door, and we can come back here at our leisure.
Let's crack the other cases and then, agreed.
Yeah, let's just see if there's anything worth anything in the rest of them.
There's 3 more of miscellaneous stuff like repair equipment. The third of those 3 is interesting because it is replacement boards and microcontrollers. So this is the kind of thing that would trade very well because you think it's repair parts. So, but they're very specific because they're in slotted styrofoam things. Like, here's a whole row of, if you need another one of these, there's 3 of them. The final box is double packed, and that's probably for vibration. So it's kind of like the microphone that's got the springs to block that. It's a box in a box, and then that opens. And that all was within a box. And it's a head. It is a robotic head, not quite full-grown human size, maybe child size. So
You said robotic?
About size of a football.
Okay. Right. So my storytelling head is telling me that those discs contain the brain juice of this Luigi kid, and his father was trying to keep it. He'd lost his boy in some horrible accident, and he was going to put the brain juice into the robot head. Then the other shipment was the robot body. He was going to make a robot boy.
Sounds plausible. I'm going to look. Is there like a data port on this head?
And the cable, yes.
Oh,
We'll
shit.
call him Ultron.
The data
No.
port's in the back of the neck, and the ribbon cable that matches the thing in the offload device, it matches.
Well, I could fire this up right now.
No.
Maybe not today. We don't do that.
I don't know. It's pretty cool. It'd be.
What was it? As you said, we've got a mission.
You're right. This is killing. This is going to kill me the whole time.
It'll motivate us to get the job done quick. We'll haul all this gear back to Turnip, and then in your spacious work spots, you can unfold this thing and create your demon robot boy all to yourself.
I need a notice check from What's It against a 10.
Notice it's a 10, so I'm looking at 7 or better. I got 2.
So success.
Smart.
Legit success.
You find a very odd thing. Right above where the data cable would go, there's an area with a slot. And the slot, you know those little plastic things you pull out of toys? So
Yeah, that's.
do demo mode?
It makes the batteries come together.
There is one of those, right in a slot right above the data port.
Okay, I'm not pulling it. I'm not pulling.
You know you want.
I know what'll happen. It'll turn this thing on.
You know what.
I don't know how much battery it's got. So as soon as I pull that, there's a timer.
Are you saying those things out loud to your team?
I'm saying half of them out loud and half in my head, so you may not understand exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, I love that as self-talk. You know what happens, then it turns on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the team is intrigued, but is going to step slowly back away from the ultra tech that they don't understand.
Closing all the lids securely and stacking them gently back on the pallet for easy transport later.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to take with us, and starting this up here seems like a really bad idea.
Okay, so you're
We
not
at least need to come back with something, some sort of cart or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But we can make sure all the doors are extra locked.
So you're not going to take any of it with you. Like, you're not going to put the head in a bowling bag or like anything, right?
As much as we're tempted to just to say we did, maybe some of the repair gear, Watson, and for the cell tower.
So hear me out. There's a lot of extra pieces, right? You said there's a lot of extra pieces.
What's redundant things which are probably for repair, yeah. Repair and upkeep.
So maybe the head's finished already, and all this just in case anything goes wrong.
When you look at it physically, this doesn't look like a janky prototype. Like, the bottom part has coiled cables and connections. Like, this is done. Whether or not it's downloaded and ready, that's entirely... You don't know whether the tab would be like it starts up on that limited battery like a toy, or if it is just a way to access that panel. You don't know. But yeah, Early's probably right. It's probably not... This is not a... Let's make one of these kit. It's a, this is one of these.
Yeah. It's the head is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. The two things I
Does
need.
the head look like it fits on something, or does it have is it a standalone experience?
Make a medicine check against an 11.
Should be nines. A full success.
Not
Wow.
exceptional. Did you get a 12?
No, it was just two tens. It's like holy crap.
Oh, so just success.
Just a full, yeah, regular success.
So when you're looking through it, that was a neurological surgery kit. That was not a robotics kit.
Mm-hmm.
You think this head goes on a physical meat body.
I will say that to my friends with a very knowing glance. He was going to put that on a person.
I mean, we don't know the circumstances.
You go to the
person
It'd be less weird
would
than one
have
of
to
them baby
lose
things.
their head in order to receive that thing.
You go to the box I didn't describe because it has context now, and it's got a bunch of what looked like X-rays that had a lot of very peculiar, very specific, like dimensions. And now you realize, it's dimensions of what will be required of a body, including like diameter of neck, some things about the spine and the age. It's a whole rack of effectively biological design specs for the meat component of this head. It's a shopping list.
For Dr. Frankenstein.
Like, I'm not gonna make a body for this thing. I don't know how. I know cold hard things. I don't understand meat things.
To each their own. We all have our strengths, Watson.
Right, yeah, I can't build a body for this thing.
It was raised by dwarves, and the dwarven people that are kind of your family, they would never touch something like that. They're technological purists.
Yeah.
They're the equivalent, because I know Barrett will get this, they're kind of tech priests.
Right.
Alright, so do you carefully put everything back into boxes and do the Homer Simpson back away into the bushes?
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
but talk to might make a good scarecrow.
I'm coming back. Stuff after, like, just know my character will come back to this stuff.
And Jeb will cover him while he does,
Yeah,
because
Right now, there could be an emergency happening, and we have no idea. So
we'll take
gotta
care of
fix it
business.
Okay, so the party packs it up, including like the double box for the head, so it's padded, and maybe you write red herring on the crate. And you back up and carefully lock up.
So
I
put
need
nothing special.
I think you're the only one that has hack, right?
I think so.
Hello, Amatola. It's a cute cat paw waving to me from chat. All right, so that means you need to do the hack to lock up. You only need a 10.
10? Okay, so 6 or better.
You use 4 dice?
Dave's right. You use 4 dice because you can take your time on this for sure.
Oh. Well, then I got a critical success.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you walk away and you're like, that is as locked as it's fucking gonna be.
And maybe he doesn't need to roll the next time we come through because he did it so well?
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would. It really would.
All right. So it is getting to the point where you would hope to have made the antenna and back in a single day. This has been more time consuming than you'd like. It's mid to late afternoon, so you're going to have to force march to have any chance of making it up and back in time. I do need Dave to roll a d12 fate roll. Roll real low, because that means withers. Not a 6. Okay, so the camera goes back to the withers, pulling free of the parking lot and finally kind of getting massed back up and making some distance. You are able to get away from the area fast enough that they won't be a problem. All right. Time is good. Yes, we are right on target. You leave the shipping facility behind, and off you go. All right, as it becomes dusk, you see something that makes every waster's heart sink. The way I name creatures in NUkED is I think they would not use fantasy like let's string a bunch of random syllables together and make it balabagugaju. It would be what's that? Oh, it's a fuck you. It's a what's that? It's
The
a
Deathwalker.
It's a razor hound. It's a it's whatever it obviously is. There's an entire class of creatures that is so huge and dangerous looking. The class of creatures called a nope. So it is common waster parlance that a certain type of thing, if you talk to another person that's out there, you're like, I saw a nope, and I ran my ass off, they know what the hell you're talking about. There is a nope perched on the antenna. Like, a Skyrim dragon, just kind of its massive bulbous mass clinging to the antenna bits at the top. It is a bundle of arms and redundant wings surrounding a vast mouth. It's pretty clear why the antenna ain't working. I think you found your problem.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what we call them nopes.
This, knowledge is valuable in its own way. So, we can return back to Turnip confident that we are bringing something of value back, that being the reason why the radio isn't working anymore.
It is distant. It has not seen you. Everything you have said is absolutely true. You do know that there is no one in Turnip that is better equipped to potentially do anything about it than you. Like I'll say the thing that I said off stream, on stream, which is there was another team that would do things like they were the badass combat characters, and they got killed during a raider attack. So at this point, there's the constable, who is basically like a deputy. He'll arrest drug people, he'll wave his gun at raiders and try to scare them away, but the only people with any actual abilities are you.
So, with my creature catalog, was there any chance that nope might want to eat those withers?
Give me a beast mastery against an 11.
All right.
Chat thinks you shouldn't fuck with the nope.
Let's see. So it's 8. There's 2 scores to success.
Well, almost all nopes on record are voracious. Some of them are voracious for certain things, like there are some that seem to be drawn to power. Some of them are drawn to things like livestock and fields. Some just anything living that they rip and tear and eat. If it's a hungry nope, withers are alive, barely, but alive. So a mass of withers might be attractive to a feasting nope that might hop off an antenna to feast. There is a non-zero chance that could work.
Well, that's our long shot.
I mean, we can't kill it.
I'm sorry, are you suggesting
I think Jeb just gave you the bitch please look.
that we go and lure a hell's pack of withers here in front of that nope in the vain hope that it's hungry?
I would argue we already have.
We've already started the process. Oh my god.
Question is, can we hide?
I mean, you would also probably need to kite the withers this direction.
Yeah.
Because they'll be going
Well,
the general
it's-
direction you're in, but you would need to pull them here.
So Mike, there are a horde, a Bart Simpson head horde of cell phone tower antennas out here, right?
There are about a dozen. Most are much shorter and in worse condition. The reason you chose the one you did is it was solid, high, and the parts on the top that you were co-opting to use as an antenna were in good enough shape to get to do the boosting you needed. Because cell towers are not quite like radio towers, so you kind of had to jury rig it, which is something that Wads had helped with, to make it function that way. Because normally they're dealing with satellites that don't exist anymore. But yeah, it's a bunch of broken, it's a twisted, it almost from a distance looks like a twisted nest of wires and stuff, and then the big thing on the big tower.
Here's my problem with the idea of feeding that thing. If we feed it, it'll like it here, and it'll stay. I'd rather we drive it off. Is there a way you could wire up the other towers somehow to run a charge up that thing's arse so it will become very uncomfortable and want to go somewhere else?
Well, Barrett hasn't rolled that D12 yet.
Yeah. Time to roll. Oh, not good. I rolled a 2, which is...
No!
So, here's the thing. What it's doing is largely a passive process. However, you do know where there is a large battery with a solar charger, and it is a big wired tower. So could such a thing be arranged? You even have the Tinker feet. So you could theoretically hook that up with big clips, like a battery, starting a car, and send a charge up it. But you would need access to that, either a Jenny, which you don't have, or a big charger like that.
Or like a big high-end solar charger?
That would probably have enough power in it, yes.
We know where one of those is.
Yeah, we just, the goblins have one.
Exactly.
We just need to borrow it. They could charge it back up again after.
Exactly. They owe us. They owe us a solid. Trust.
Yeah, we have to find them.
Jeb gives you a look and says, "Trust me."
All right.
I'm going to need a landlord test against a 10 to track them.
All right. I think that's you, Early.
All right. 6s.
Mike, is there a rule system in NUkED for supporting an effort?
So that's the thing where you also have to have training in it. So if you have landlord with a dot, you can help. The way you help is you roll a d12, and you can swap your d12 for one of his d12s.
Okay. So I will help. I have landlord 1. So or 2.
As long as you have the training, as long as you have the ranks, you're fine.
I've got a dot.
Dot is all that matters.
You don't want mine.
No, not even a 6.
Dude.
He rolled a Duke.
Well, we got a partial doing, so I have a single 6.
So I need you to make a give me a notice check. This is going to be for smell, and this will be against a 10.
All right.
This will be no assisting here. Early has to make the roll.
That is 2 scores.
Success. You smell cooking food. You don't get all that close to the tracking because it turns out the party is not super good at tracking. But when you're in kind of the right neighborhood, because you did get a partial, you sniff at the air as the raccoon beastie you are, and you're like, hey, wait, I smell roasted.
Hey, fellas, dinner's ready.
Don't say that.
Dinner's ready.
You bastard.
Will you follow your nose? It always knows.
Yes. Yeah, we'll follow that
You have
out.
a dark sense of humor, Early. I just want to say that out loud.
The goblins they're cooking what looks to be feral pigs, and they are drinking and celebrating because of this beautiful charger that they just they just found. Woo!
Not think your silver tongue's gonna be what we need here, Brother Jeb.
They're having
No,
a charger
great.
party.
As you do. Trouble!
Oh, hey, you're not dead. That's great.
Right? And same to you.
No, we're just gonna spend the night.
It's like a
here.
traditional waster greeting, right? Hey, you're
Yeah.
not dead!
About right, yeah. And as I get older, it's the way I greet my coworkers at game conventions. You're not dead. That's amazing.
Or friends you recently rediscover in the town you're at.
We checked the map, and Turnip's only a half day away, but it's getting dark. So we're gonna party hardy. We're gonna head back to your settlement and buy us some turnips.
Excellent. Outstanding. But not till tomorrow, right?
No. Screw that. We're not feeling like a forced march. We were scavenging all day. It's party
Thirsty
time.
work.
Yeah.
Thirsty work. Can we join you?
What?
Of course.
I got half of one you can try out tonight if you want to take a sample.
Sweet. Of course. We got mostly meat and peas here, but knock yourselves out.
Nice.
Slice up half a giant turnip for him.
Goblins love peas. Little known fact.
So, Brother Jeb will pull out a harmonica
Nice.
and entertain the goblin crowd with a bit of jaunty goblin tunes that he learned from the person that taught him Kudge.
Nice. One of them has literally a shoebox guitar. They managed to scavenge a pickup, so they've actually got the guitar. One
Nice.
of the many times I got even more respect for Jack White is he demonstrated putting together a shoebox guitar. It took him like 5 minutes, and it was very Professor and Marianne. It's like, okay, hang on, this is cool. And he put one together and started playing. It's like, dude, how high level of a guitarist are you, bro? So yeah, they will sing and dance, and often they will sing in Kudge, which obviously you can join them. A lot of songs about goblin pride and this land is Greenland, things like that.
And once the spirit is high and the feeling of camaraderie and oneness is permeating the group, I will lean into Chubbo and say, I need to borrow that solar charger for about 4 hours.
Make a persuade against an 11, but I'm going to give you an extra score. So one of the ways the system can be manipulated is here and there are things that will add a full score or take one away. It's very good. An extra score is a very good thing.
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay.
And what's the difficulty again?
11.
Okay, so 6s. Not bad.
You're basically saying go against your nature.
But you're a little drunk and you just sang Kumbaya.
Yep. Oh, no,
with-
I gave you.
You gave me the thing. You gave me the thing.
I gave you the civilian Cross of Honor. The highest medal.
Exceptional success.
And no
Counting
12s?
the one you're giving me.
No 12s.
No 12s, sadly.
Exceptional's still good. Huh. Well, scavengers don't typically loan things. What do you need a piece of kit like? You don't look like you got a bunch of beepy boopy kind of stuff you need to charge.
There's a nope sitting on top of one of the antennas.
And
that
we're
we
sitting here
need.
dancing? What the hell, man?
We're going to drive it off, but we need that solar charger to do it.
Oh. What?
I can do it.
He opened the door. We're gonna give it back. We just need it for like 4 hours, and then it's yours.
Okay, here's what. Don't leave until tomorrow morning. And then we're going to go away from here. please don't fuck with the nope until we leave the area.
Understood.
We'd like to be farther away.
That sounds reasonable. Thank you, Trouble, for your generosity. It won't be forgotten.
He mutters damn thal, which you know is a goblin slur meaning Neanderthal. It's kind of like calling you previous generation.
Oh, God.
All right, fine. They get drunk enough, they're able to sleep. Although some of them keep looking like somebody said nope, and they're all anxious. All right, given the time, I'm going to say that passes to morning. By the time you get up, they're packed up. And we're
Gone.
Raw turnip slices for breakfast, and we're leaving for breakfast. This is pretty heavy. I'm going to loan you one of our carts.
You're a good man, Trouble. You're a good goblin, Trouble.
It's true. Don't forget that.
You can either get it from us at the village, or it'll be at the tower still and remember us.
Oh my God. Don't remind me of the what. All right. We're going to go. And we're going to see you in the...
have a strong talk about not talking.
All right. All right, boys. Let's go. And they leave one shopping cart with a big-ass charger that looks a little bit like a high-tech generator, just sticking out of one end. And it's got basically big, like, charging for starting a car. These big cables on there. And they leave. Your buddy has, again, in the campaign, there are ways to make someone into a resource. And one of the ways that you do the organic character thing is you can claim something you buy at that episode. So, for example, were this an ongoing campaign, I would suggest that Jeb take Chumbo as that connection, because you made the connection during the game, and it's a way to make it part of the character. Okay. All right. Off you go. Amatola. Yep. Many are, although, he's obviously clearly a little racist, but thinks that Jeb is one of the good ones.
Not all 2 legs.
Does anybody have strength? I think What's-It's the only one that has strength.
Strength?
I don't have any dots in it.
Okay, so What's-It, you could, especially because you could stabilize the thing with your extra arms, you can push the cart. Okay. I think the drone shot of you using a grocery cart trolley to push around this generator is it's very NUkED, if nothing else.
Very on brand. Yes.
I think the camera will keep focusing on the wheels doing the cart thing.
Yeah.
Yep. You get close enough that you hear it breathing, and you realize that you didn't realize when you were farther away that it has a steady stream of viscous drool and mucus that just slide down the pole. It's awful.
But
might be conductive.
Yeah, it's true.
So you're going to try to sneak close enough. You have to be at least near to get the cables close enough to attach this up.
All right, yeah.
Is this all going to be stealth, or are you going to be really distracted? How are you dealing with this?
Well, we don't want it to actually get off the thing.
Right.
So distracting it might not be a good idea. We actually need it to stay put.
Stealth is going to be the way to go, I think.
Yeah.
And so that the stealthiest way to go is for poor What's-It to be alone, because more people is harder to stealth, and to take time. So you get that 4 dice instead of 3.
Okay.
As slow as like.
Get some WD-40 out of my.
I was going to say, man, we need
Stealth against a 10. It will be higher because it's got all kinds of perception, but it's basically kind of asleep. So I'm going to give it a 10, which is right in the middle.
Okay, so I can subtract 2 off of that, so we're looking at 8s or better.
But
You can do it!
But you're rolling 4 dice.
Yep. What is this? Sorry. This one die, you have to pick it up to read it. I got a regular success.
There are a couple of moments where it shifts. It feels like it noticed something. Again, if I was shooting this as a short film, we'd keep going back to your 2 friends that are like, oh God! You know? And you get there's a little little shed that was used by people tending the towers that has some extra. It was stripped of stuff a long time ago, but it's a good place to push the cart into, and you do. And it has a padlock on it, but you probably put that padlock on there, so you're like, okay, no problem. Now all you got to do is connect it up, start it, hope it's quiet, and then run the cable over to the tower.
Great.
So now I need a bodge check, and this you can take your time. So it's 4 dice again, and it's only going to be a 9 because you're not doing much that's all that weird to it. So it's not a big number.
Can I use Gadgeteer to just automatically do it?
Well, you're going to want to use Gadgeteer to make the thing to put the charge in the antenna.
Gotcha.
Which is a completely new use kind of a thing. You're making a gizmo.
Gotcha. So you said bodge, right? What was my difficulty?
10.
So 6s are better on 4 dice. Got regular success.
Okay. So you start it up, and it does a little bit of the electronic startup noise kind of shit, but it is a solar generator, not a gas generator, so it doesn't do the horrific, oh my God, we're fucked. It does it's got internally some stuff that's moving, so it has a little bit of a judder to it, but not much. Part of the high-end expensive thing. They probably sold it like it's the quietest, It's the SUX 2000 generator. It's sitting there, and the line's green. It's got charge. So now you got to do the cables, and the next thing is you're going to walk the cables over to the tower. Stealth on 4 dice against an 11.
Okay. Yeah, 9 or better.
Oh my God.
Holy shit! Critical success! I got 9, 12, and 12.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow.
Excellent.
I kind of want to prove it.
Dude, we just found your name.
I don't know how.
You are silent. You are now silent.
Which also shortens to Psi.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep, Cobalt. I love that my people also know things like what the fucking solar charger would sound like, because of course. Love it. All right.
What's it as the sound of what tentacle flapping?
Fans in a high whine is exactly right. So, you you creep over with the things, which are exactly like a car starter, and now the last thing you have to do is not a roll, fortunately, because Gadgeteer doesn't require a roll. So you need to take your toolkit, and you're going to need to, the only thing you're going to have to do is you are going to have to do another stealth, but that's 4 dice against a 9.
Okay, so 7 or better.
So as quietly as you can with the tools, you're putting together the thing to put the power into the thing and make the thing go.
Partial success.
Okay. So just so you all know, and so the people watching know, this has all fit together so well it feels like I laid it out. I will assure you, and people that have played with me know this, I don't do that. I also practiced as a teacher guided discovery. I don't say do these things in these order. I say here's these things, enjoy. So far you've just done things that lined up very good. Like you very nearly turned setting off the house alarm into a virtue. That was not in the plan. Alright, so the last thing is I'm going to get a roll because the partial means I'm going to get a chance to notice and detect you. Here we go. 10, 3, 1.
Woo! Partial success for it.
Which is not enough.
Right.
It does mean that it probably would like half notice and like have to settle. All you got to do now is throw the damn switch.
All right, let's do it.
Now, do you want to do it here, or do you want to stealth back to the shed?
I'm doing it now.
Okay.
I'm doing it now.
Roll a d12.
And then take cover.
High is good, low is funny.
7. Boring.
I seem to recall a scene in Monster Squad where they did the terrible scratching the film pre-CGI blue light over the tower.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I also think there was the Weird Al movie, UHF, had a similar effect.
Yeah.
And that happens. So the two people watching, you see it turns blue effectively. If we're going to use like science, it's effectively plasma, right? Because when you get that kind of light, what's happened is, and I've just got to be in stream somebody that knows this shit front and back, but I believe what's happened is that you've created plasma, which is not great news for the Nope, because it was just being a lazy old Nope, just perched on what it thought was just like a tree, right? And
just minding its own business.
You have sent plasma up its hinder. I need one last D12 from Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Well, that one fell on the floor. That one is a 10.
10 is a good number.
I like 10.
It screams. I'm going to need a willpower against a 10 from, was it?
Okay.
It's okay to piss your pants. It's okay. We understand.
We are.
Oh, I got another critical.
So, there actually is a feat called Sane, which implies the existence of underlying sanity rules. So, as a big Mythos Call of Cthulhu guy, I'm going to say if a Nope, part of what it does is all of its tendrils and everything, including some of its organs, which now are external, it does this. So, remember Large Marge? And turns around and the face just goes like that?
Yeah.
The whole thing does that. It basically inverts and goes, oh, like that. Your brain tries to eat itself. And you have to fight very hard not to run. But the critical means you don't even piss yourself. You keep quiet. You keep calm. And again, were this a campaign, I would argue Was It should earn Sane. Because this proves nothing shakes What's It, right? Right? However, the other two members of the party go, oh my god! And despite the fact that it's lifting itself by different pairs of wings, it's kind of like something being pulled up by cables as if there was like a helicopter over it. So it's pulled up like that. It's really weird to look at. And it pulls away from the antenna.
And
Flies away.
And flies away. That was the closing statement we were looking for.
Flies away. All right, as it is 2 minutes till end of stream, I will give you that you do successfully reconnect the antenna and repair it. The main thing is the monster sitting on it. It took a little damage, but given Was Its skills and the help of YouTube, it's not hard to rebend whatever was screwed up by its squatting. You didn't damage the machine, so you're able to take it back to the goblins. They celebrate, and they're going to be trading very well. They have already spent some of their scavengers are very good trading partners because of what comes in and out. and they've already traded very well with turnip for turnips. They'll literally put one of the largest turnips in one of their shopping carts and then wheel it out. All right. I am going to end this on time and then close. I'm not going to count the close of the 2-hour limit. Tales from the Wasteland is meant to be an anthology series. Some of the stories will connect. Like, we might see some of these characters again down the road. Maybe not together, but they might recur. Some of the things you saw today might wrap into different plot lines we see down the road. The first however many sessions is probably going to begin with new faces, like people that we're trying out and they're trying it out. And then gradually we're going to kind of build core casts that are going to do most of the playing, with guests coming in when they can. So we have another session coming next week. I'm locking in the cast. Don't quite know who yet, but there will be a Monday stream for Tales from Texxon. All right, so let me thank Jimmy Bragdon. Jimmy is a buddy of mine through my daughter originally. Hung out a bit. Also, ironically, in a way, I found out later, works for Steve Jackson and with Steve Jackson, a place which is one of the first places I was connected with. Also worked with and for Steve for a while. Jeb was played by Dave Robeson. Dave Robeson is the buttery man voice. He has edited one of the versions of NUkED, so is involved in the DNA of NUkED, and is also a actor. Has done some improvisation and is I think I'm going to call you a gadfly.
And a dilettante. A gadfly and a dilettante. Yes.
And Barrett Tribe is an old friend of mine that I know through improv, and then became friends beyond that, but performed on stage many times. I worked with him as a director. I played Randy Marsh in South Park Live with him as a director, which was super fucking fun.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
One of the best things is that we got a cease and desist.
Yeah, we sure did.
That was so great. Yeah, we literally did the episode that had this song what was the song where Randy sings? I got to sing on stage with Pretend Cartman.
Oh, Finger Bang.
Finger Bang. I got to sing Finger Bang on stage with Jeremy Logan, as did a great job. But Barrett is a hardcore, top-notch, one of the best improvisers in Austin. Also knows a spectacular amount about wrestling, of all things.
Yeah.
And you've done improv wrestling, right?
Yeah, years ago at Coldtown, there was something called Improv Royale. And the bit was we were all wrestlers who had taken one level of improv.
That's perfect. All right, anything that we should know that you're up to, Jimmy?
Coming up in October, I'm going to be busy. My Shakespearean theater trip to Berenstain is going to be doing Much Ado About Nothing at the Kirk Theater in the fall. And Scare for a Cure is wrapping up for another season of haunts and scariness and interactiveness.
If you're in the Austin
also
area,
in Austin.
Both of those things are Austin-based and amazing, and they both have excellent communities. Is Berenstain still performing out of the small Shakespeare thing?
We've got one. This is going to be our last show out of the curtain. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a curtain. They've got a scaled down. It's what, 40% of the globe?
I think about 1/5 ish, about 1/5 size scale of a globe style theater that's out on Richard Garrett's private property.
The right shape, and it's amazing. And Scare for a Cure does a haunted house in support of Breast Cancer Research Center, and there's some of the nicest people, and it's a super fun haunt. If you have time to volunteer, I don't think there are many better places you could volunteer that time. And Dave, you got anything going on we should know about?
A couple things. I'm wrapping up narration for an audiobook called Immortal Gifts, where I play a Jewish vampire,
Nice.
which fascinating. Also in production, hopefully wrapping up by the end of the year. Jay Smith is running Franchise Rights, which is a Ghostbusters fanfic audio drama. Franchise Rights, RITES. of course. And it's freaking awesome. An amazing cast, great script, and should be a blast. So look for that towards the end of the year.
And my friend Sabrina was commenting. She's one of my Gothic Diva friends. So the comment, did I hear vampire? I'll make sure
Immortal Gifts is the name of the book. It'll be on Audible probably in the next month or so.
I'll make sure you're kept up, Bree. And Barrett, anything going on we should know about?
Yeah, I mean, if you're around the Philadelphia, greater Philadelphia area, the Philadelphia Fringe Festival is coming up, and a friend of mine, Christine Stoddard, is performing a show called Art Bitch, and I will be performing in that show. That'll be September 20th and 21st. You can buy tickets at phillyfringe.org.
That sounds great. Speaking of Philly, I recently joined the staff of Page, the Philadelphia Area Gaming Exhibition, which I'll be at. So I will be proximate to you again soon. All right, I'm going to go in here.
I'm going, for sure.
And I will be on staff. I was going to say lording it up, not at all true. I'll be fighting fires, which is what every con staff does. So I'm going to go ahead and mute us and throw on the closing slide. Thanks for showing up. Thank you for playing. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I will see you next week.